Welcome back, and this is Chapter 2 of Ninja Gaiden Sigma and why are character action games so fun. So this series is about understanding them, not optimal play, using Ninja Gaiden Sigma as our game of choice. So the things to understand when picking up a hack and slasher are mechanics. What are the important mechanics in the game? Because misunderstanding those, or even worse, missing those, will make your whole experience miserable. If you understand the mechanics, there's a higher chance of you having fun. And this is what we want to do in any video game. And hack and slasher or character action games are not an exception. So let's start the game. We are starting chapter 1, or chapter 2 I mean, from the save point. So what did we learn last time, right? And most importantly, where do we have to go? So if we just open the map, what does the map say? The map shows us a destination. The map shows us a glowing blue circle. This is where we have to go. So we know something happened, so we have to retrace our steps back. So we'll just run back. As you can see, there's nobody here already because we destroyed everybody. Okay, we're back at the start. Come on, jump in, son of a gun. Oh my god. Yeah. It's a good thing we don't have a fall damage, and now we have this door open. So this is where we continue the game. Now, what did we learn in our last playthrough? The most important thing in Ninja Gaiden is blocking, the block button. If you see me, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you will see me pressing the block button on the controller, right? Now, like I said, the block button is important for a bunch of reasons, but this is the most important mechanic in the game. And why it's also important is because a lot of moves are binded to the block button. For example, as you know, just pressing block will block, and if you keep pressing the block button and press your left stick into a direction, you will dodge, right? So again, like I said, it's the second already move, important move, that's binded to the block button, and we'll see there are more moves that are binded to the block button. So again, let's remember the block button, very important in the game. You have to get used to using it. And let's say in chapter 2, try to try out different combos that you can see again in the menu. You go into melee weapons, and we already know a few combos. It's XXX, XXY, XX, press forward XX, XX, press forth XY. We also learned about holding down the Y button, with essence, without essence, like charging your Y button to level 1, charging your Y button to level 2, which is called ET and UT respectively. We learned another important thing, and I have to reiterate, whenever you are fighting, don't forget to release the stick and then do your combo. Otherwise, you'll be doing this move, and no combo will come out. As you can see, I'm mashing X and nothing comes out. So just remember, if you're running towards an enemy and don't want to press block, don't want to wait for an enemy to attack you, or are ready to attack the enemy, instead, you have to make sure you're releasing the left stick and then attacking. Like, for example, I'm running, release the stick and then attack. Yeah, that's the idea. So let's continue. We have some bats here. Okay. What's this? the art of fire wheel. So this is our first ninpo or ninjutsu. Right, and the way you activate it is pressing YB or triangle circle on PlayStation. As you can see, there's a burning fire diamond. And there you go, there's a secret here. Let's open this up. What does it give us? Elixir of spiritual life. It's always good. As you can see, there's below my health bar, there's now a like rhomboid sort of like space on fire. This is my ninjutsu. I can use it once right now. So let's see, what do we have here? Nothing interesting. So what did we learn? Wall run. Okay, smoke bomb. These are items, by the way, in the game. It's not necessary to learn all of the items. And our new enemy, by the way. And a new thing happened just a second ago. So if beforehand we didn't really care if the enemy attacked us, this new samurai enemy is able to break our guard. So let's see it again. This move, as you can see, Ryu staggers back and like loses his not orientation, but loses his stability. This move, yeah. And you can hear also it by the sound of the move. It sounds a lot like something's breaking. This is called the guard break, and there are a few ways of dealing with the guard break. The safest way is rolling to the side after guard break, and Ryu immediately reblocks, right? Or you can press the block button again. So I'm pressing the block button again. So let's see. Break my guard. No, break my guard. Come on, man. And then pressing block again. So in case an enemy attacks me, I will be blocking already, but you have to repress the block button. Or, again, the safest way in the game is to dodge to the side. And why dodging is important in Ninja Gaiden is because in Ninja Gaiden you can't stay in one place. You have to be always on the move. Because you'll see in the future there will be a lot more aggressive enemies that can follow up with other more dangerous moves. And you have to be always on the move. So let's charge a bit. So we're charging Y a little bit, just to make them a bit more nervous, you know, like this. Yeah. So it's very useful in Ninja Gaiden to take enemies into the air, or to lift the enemies like this. Why? It's because most enemies cannot attack Ryu when he's in the air. So basically, whenever you're taking an enemy into the air, you're safe there. So what I want you to basically to try and do during this chapter is try and vary your combos. Try and do XXX, for example. And then remember that you also have XXY. And then also try to do, if obviously you can, XX, fourth, XX. It's a different combo. And then XX, fourth, XY, right? And whenever I was just starting with character action games, I myself had trouble with directional combos. For example, XX, fourth, XX, right? But the good thing about Ninja Gaiden is after the first X, you can just keep pressing fourth and just finish your combo, and it will consider, like, you don't have to press XX, fourth, XX, right? You don't have to do that because the game doesn't need you to press the forward button after the first two X's. You can press it whenever, as long as it's after the first X. So X, as you can see, if you look at my controller, X fourth, and it's the XX fourth XX combo, as you can see, yeah. So you don't have to. Ninja Gaiden simplifies the combo system for you a little bit. So you don't have to, you can follow it word by word, or you can just press X and then fourth and just finish your combo. And it will consider it XX, direction, XX. So XX, direction, XY. So XX, direction. No, it's not it. XX, direction. Yeah. So try and do different combos. But the combos I want you to learn is a few combos on the ground, or even one combo on the ground. Don't just stick to mashing XXX, which is fine, but you'll get bored of it. And we want to have fun, and you don't want to get bored of Ninja Gaiden, and you don't want to get bored in a character action game, because it's very dynamic. It's a very dynamic game in general. Character action games are very dynamic. So I want you to learn a combo or two on the ground, and then the lifting up combo. So X, Y, Y, or X, Y, X, right? X, Y, X, right? Or you can continue X, Y, wait, X, Y, X, Y, yeah. Or you can also do X, Y, stars, Y. Again, there's a lot of variety, but right now also the variety is lacking because our sword or our first weapon is lacking in levels. So we are only level 1. With more levels, we'll have a lot more combos available, and a lot more variety will open up, and a lot more character expression or combat expression will open up, which is why people also like character action games. The character expression or the combat expression. There you go. We charged a level 1 Y and crap. Okay, enough. And we decapitated a samurai. Yeah. And let's not forget, we have a new technique that we unlocked during last chapter. Flying Swallow. It's a very strong technique, as you can see. I decapitated 2 enemies. And it's a fun technique, what can I say? There you go, another 2 enemies dead. I lined them up and used the ET, so level 1 Y. And again, you should train your... you should train, or you should try using different combos during this chapter. You should try charging Y, because it's a very strong move. You should try timing the charge and so on and so forth. Map of the Hayabusa village, very useful, because otherwise we cannot open the map. So now you can see where we are and where we have to go. Again, blue circle shows you your destination. So obviously we'll go there. Right? And again, Ninja Gaiden is a game full of secrets, full of hidden small little bits. So I would advise you to explore the game. By the way, since he's a ninja, he can run on water, and this is our first secret. Give me a second. There you go, the first secret. It's hidden behind a cascade. Another health potion, which is very good. We never say no to that. And oh, by the way, Ryu can also, not only he can run on water, but he can also dive. Not like this though, like this. But right now there's nothing underwater, so we'll just, we'll just go up. And yeah, oh, wait. We are missing a tutorial bit. So, what does it say? When entering water, continue to hold the left stick. You will run on the surface. You must perfect the skill. If you let go of the left stick, you will fall into the water. Basically, it teaches you that you can run on water. And again, we have a save point, which again is very useful. Always save on different slots in case your save gets corrupted. I've never encountered that, but people like to tell horror stories. By the way, another elixir. We have 4 small ones and 3 large ones, which is very good. And we haven't used ninjutsu yet. And let's actually use... very atmospheric, as you can see. Okay. And why is exploration important in Ninja Gaiden? I'll show you just in a bit. We see here 3 figurines. Let's inspect it. It says it's a Jizo statue, a guardian deity of children and protector of the village. Its head is missing. So it's it's telling you something. Head is missing. You're like, huh, interesting. What is this? Nothing. Okay. What is this? Nothing. Good. Let's continue. Ooh, a body. What is this? A fallen member of the Hayabusa clan. He took his last breath here, lying amongst the burnt remains of his home. He holds something in his outstretched hand. What is this? Another elixir of life. Very good. There's something else? Interact. Nothing else. Okay, let's go back. Let's run. And we have another enemy here. So, these guys are mages. They like to shoot at you, as you can see. And the orb that he's shooting at you is auto-aiming, so it will follow you a bit. So you have to make sure you dodge it. Why you have to make sure you dodge it? Is because it does some damage. It breaks your guard and does some damage. So, the first thing you do in any game, whenever you're encountering a ranged enemy, you deal with the ranged enemy first. So let's go, let's approach. Okay, that wasn't a good. Oh wait, what am I doing? Wait, the Nimpo now. Wait, is it like this? Wait, how is that? I forgot. Wait, why is it my Nimpo not coming out? I'm confused. Hold on a second. Nimpo. Ah, it wasn't equipped. You have to equip the Nimpo. I forgot about this, silly me. Okay, so what is this Nimpo doing? It says allows Ryu to control the spiritual waveforms around him and create fire wheels that circle him. And you're like, okay, buddy, let's go. That's right. Come on, buddy, attack me. Okay. So you can dodge through again. There you go. Nothing complicated. And what is this? The red orbs. This is a new orb. The red orbs restore your Nimpo. Right. So let's see. Okay, this guy, like I said, whenever you have your guard broken, the safest way to deal with this is to dodge to the side, yeah? That's it. Okay, we dealt with them, right? There you go. Okay, so I use the more advanced technique right now, but let's ignore that for now. So let's interact with this thing. What does it say? In order to widen the crack here, a very strong impact with a heavy blunt object is necessary. Right now, we can't do anything about it. We'll need a special weapon for this, and we don't have that special weapon, so that's fine. Let's see. We're trying to explore. That's what I wanna emphasize here. Exploration in this game is very important. Another of the Hayabusa brethren, slain by the invading enemy forces, his inability to protect his village must be haunting him even in the afterlife. Now that's depressing. And what is this? We found a statue head. Oh. And what is this? Interact. A stone circle made in ancient times, now it is simply a silent gathering of drawers. I wonder if at some point in time we'll be able to do anything about it. And what is this? The surface of the pedestal contains a depression. It looks like it was meant to display a tablet of some sort. Maybe we can do something about that. But for now, let's just go back to the statues and return the head. Right? Place the head on the statue. What happens? Oh, look at that. Life of the Gods. So if you collect 8 or 9 of those, I already forgot, I think it's 9, you get another life upgrade. Right? So you kind of want to hunt for them, but you'll get more than enough of them. Don't worry about it.
A dark samurai.
Oh no.
Clad in black armor. Master Ryu. Do not attempt to fight it.
And look at that, we got a new weapon, a bow. How interesting. Technique scroll, shooting. How to shoot a bow. Right, it teaches you how to shoot a bow, like shoot B button, camera control left stick. Very uncomfortable, by the way, controls. Left stick for camera control during shooting. Like, oh, that's fun, but it is what it is. It's an old game. Switch to aim mode by pressing the left trigger in order to target enemies more precisely, right? So if you want to target enemies, you have to press the left trigger, but before you do that, you have to equip the weapon. So right now you have shuriken equipped, and you want to equip a bow. I haven't shown off smoke bombs. They are pretty, I wouldn't say finicky, but let's put it like this. Professionals praise it. I don't think it's necessary to have this weapon, but it's helpful. It basically disables enemy AI for a few seconds. It's like enemies are confused and won't attack you, and you'll be able to attack them for free. It's very effective against specific enemies and some bosses. But you can use it if you choose to do so. I don't usually use smoke bombs, but we might demonstrate its use. The main thing here is the bow. You want to learn to use the bow. You want to use the bow. It's a very useful weapon. It's a very strong weapon at the same time. So let's interact with this one. It says the corpse of another fallen ninja. What were his last thoughts as he slipped off into the darkness? Who knows? Now, because we equipped the bow pressing the left button, let's us aim the bow. But as you can see, I'm aiming using the left stick, which is... it's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. Now, what do we have here? Another elixir. Elixir of Devil Way, yeah. This elixir refills your ninjutsu or nimpo or magic, right? Crap. Okay, so you can also shoot the arrows by just pressing the B button. And the arrows are pretty darn strong. So what is this? This is a statue of Muramasa. A statue of the diligent old man Muramasa, a legendary blacksmith. There are folk tales of people who have approached the statue and walked away with various items and weapons. Okay, so basically it's a shop. You can upgrade your sword here, but we're not allowed to do so yet. And you can buy some things from here. There's nothing I want to buy really. Not even arrows, and I'll tell you why. But what it does, inflame and then shooting, yeah. We'll buy the Art of the Inferno. Another nimpo, or ninjutsu if you want to call it this way. There's also Armlet of the Sun, so we also can buy equipment, but it costs a bit much. We don't have this money right now, which is fine. Now I'm constantly thinking what information to throw at you, so it's not overwhelming, and I get it. It can be overwhelming, but right here we have again the mage, which is a problematic guy. Let's decapitate a few guys, right? Oh crap. Okay, let's use ninjutsu a little bit, yeah. Let's destroy them. Okay, so now let's deal with the mage. Let's drink it. Oh, I didn't know. So again, very good opportunity to learn the mage's moveset when he's alone, right? Again, if he blocks, you don't want to block these orbs. Every time he shoots an orb, he will attack you close quarters. And this is when you have a chance to counter-attack. When he finishes his combo, you can attack. So this is when you should get him, and he gives you some life. We shouldn't have utilized the healing potion. But again, don't be afraid to utilize it. The game doesn't punish you for utilizing healing potions. Use them when you need them, right? So let's shoot this bit. Let's shoot this bit. So what does this say? Another of Ryu's comrades, this poor soul, has been shot through with arrows. Although the Although the thought of disturbing the dead body is unpleasant, some of the arrows still seem usable. Okay, so we refill our arrows. The maximum number of arrows you can carry is 15, so you can't pick any more arrows. But you can come back and pick more arrows if you choose to do so. I do remember, maybe I'm wrong, I do remember if you shoot these bits, they gave you... Ah, there you go, there you go. So you can just shoot this bit and it will give you some orbs, right? Yeah, so we didn't really have to drink the potion there. But an important moment is coming up where something will happen. Another new enemy, 2 horsemen. As in real life, you don't want to stay in front of the horse. And you have 2 horsemen here. One with a bow and arrow, and the second one with a pike. I would deal with the bow and arrow first, because he's very annoying. Try to attack the horse from the side. You can also shoot them with a bow and arrow, but it's very difficult to aim. Okay, where's the horse? Always try to, again, camera control here is very important. Always try to aim your camera. And again, I did a move which I shouldn't have done. This is a second level of Y charge, right? Which is called ultimate technique. It involves a number of combo. Oh crap! There you go. This is what happens when you stand in front of the horse. You get grabbed, and you get damaged by quite a bit. So you can utilize your overpowered move here called Flying Swallow. Oh, crap. Not like this though. Not like this. But like this. Oh crap. Yeah, this is what happens when you get greedy and you don't control the camera and don't know what's happening. Okay. Oh, another. There you go. Second level, UT. And we did quite a good damage to this guy. But... oh crap. Let's shoot the arrow a bit. There you go. That's why you need the arrow. And that's why the game gives you arrows here. You want to use them against the horses if you have trouble utilizing other moves against them. Right? Son of a gun. He's still not... oh my god. There you go. There you go. This is how you heal the horses. You can use the arrow, you can use this flying swallow, you shouldn't stay in front of them, always control the camera, turn it around, and you will be good. Don't worry about it. So the next thing to do is continue on. And we'll find a save point, which is very, very useful. Like I said, always save. Don't skip on save points. Let's see, blacksmith. We still cannot upgrade the dragon sword. Okay, let's go to the shop. What does it give us? Some wooden sword, some elixir of life, and so on and so forth. So, the important bit, like I said, enemies drop yellow orbs. But, so if you kill an enemy in a normal way, it gives you some money. But if you kill an enemy with a very strong technique, like an ultimate technique, like this, the second level charge, not the first one, the second level charge, it gives you, I think it's 8 times or 6 times the money, something like that. So in order to get more money, you want to kill enemies with ultimate techniques. So what does it say? A cemetery where the ancestors of the Hayabusa clan have long been buried, a cold chill can be felt in the air, as if the spirits of clan ancestors have been awakened from their eternal sleep. Right, okay. Let's explore a bit. Like I said, you should always explore in this game. Go back to areas you visited before and so on. Another one of those signs on the ground which we saw before, but we can't use them right now, so we'll come back to them, don't worry about it. So we can jump down here. And we should save, I think. But what is this? Yet another slain ninja lying face down in front of the bridge, leading to the heart of the village. If the enemy forces have gotten this far, he holds something in his outstretched hand. Let's see what that is. Another health potion. Very good. So let's save. Okay. Another boss. Now this looks imposing. And now we also have the mages? Like, what the hell? How can we survive this? So in any boss encounter, in most games, first you deal with adds. So you want to deal with these guys first. Crap. That was a mistake. Oh crap. Okay, I'll drink another one. I'll drink another one just in case. I made too many mistakes here. Come on, guys. Oh my god. Again, you have to have some patience here, and just kill the adds first. Wait for them to melee you, and there you go. We even attack the boss a bit, and they restore your life, so which is very convenient for us. Oh crap, the boss attacked us a bit, but it's fine. You can ignore the boss for the most part here. And again, even if you get damaged in this fight, the mages restore your life, so that's very convenient. Don't forget about that. Again, there you go. Always press block, always keep blocking. Right, restore your life. Crap. Where are the mages? Ah, crap. It was a bit... Oh, okay, that was... Oh, that was the wrong one. Wrong ninjutsu, but that's fine. We did a lot of damage to the boss. I wanted to use the other ninjutsu, but that's fine. Let's move. We don't want to do that. Let's let this guy attack us. Oh, crap. We can also attack the boss from time to time when we see an opening, but I want to leave the boss for later. Come on, guy. Oh, crap. Come on, attack me. There you go, some life, which is good. So, yeah, we killed every ninja. Now, what can we use against the boss? What sort of moves? As usual, against horses, you don't want to stay in front of the horse. Always control the camera. You have to see the boss in front of you. And one of the moves you can use against this boss is Flying Swallow. What's Flying Swallow? Jumping towards the boss and attacking him like this. One of the moves that you can use. But this is not the only move. Another move you can do is charge your Y. Like this. A huge chunk of life. Removed. Let's see. Can we get a second one? We can. Ooh, this boss will be in pain. There you go. Have you seen how much damage we just did? And let's not forget we can also use our arrows. There you go. There you go, the boss is dead. So, a lot of ways to damage the boss. Don't get scared. Deal with the adds first. The adds, most of them will give you a healing potion. And we get a new technique scroll called counter attacks. A lot of people can get excited right now because a lot of people like modern day Souls-like, so modern day action games, which have like Sekiro or Elden Ring and so on, which have parries. But this game doesn't really have a parry, it has a counter-attack for a reason. It's called a counter-attack for a reason, but the description is not very helpful as usual. It says, contains the counter-attack techniques, Gleaming Cross and Fiend's Bane Kick, which allow Ryu to counter enemy attacks immediately after blocking them. So it says, while blocking X or Y. So how does this move work? So you have to be blocking in the first place. You have to wait for the enemy to attack you, and only after the enemy connects, or the enemy's attack connects with you, only afterwards, while blocking, you have to press X or Y, and Ryu will counterattack. So basically, you don't parry like in Sekiro or Lies of P or any other parry-heavy game, or Metal Gear Rising, for example. But so in order to parry, you usually press the parry button before the enemy attack connects with you, or right before the enemy attack connects with you. In this game, the way the counter works, you press the counter button, X or Y, immediately after the attack already connected with you, right? So it's like you're waiting for the enemy to attack, it attacks you, and then you kind of punish the enemy for attacking you. That's the idea. Yeah, so it's different. Again, for people who only start playing Ninja Gaiden, for whom this is the first character action game or hack and slasher, this might be too much. So again, the game is completely doable. Oh, I'm sorry. The game is completely finishable without ever using parry. So don't worry about the parry. But if you want to do it, you can. Just know that you can. So as usual, we'll try to deal with the archer first. Yeah. As you can see, Flying Swallow doesn't really work against these guys, because they like to block. There you go, you see, I did a Flying Swallow and they blocked. And if anybody, any one of the enemies would be in a... There you go. If any of the enemies would have been in a... Oh crap. Ooh! Oh my god, I need to restore my life. Let's stab this guy. Okay. As you can see, if you're a little bit relaxed, not careful, lose your focus, these enemies can destroy you even on normal. So normal isn't easy, trust me, especially when you get to the end game or the last missions. Oof, some bosses there. And as you can see here, some explosions can happen and can also damage you. We weren't damaged there, but this room is different. So let's see. Everything's on fire. What is going on? What is going on? Two enemies. Oh no. So you don't want to be surrounded by enemies, but you also don't want to be in the corner. So always try to move. Try to find a better position. Try to not like this. I forgot I don't have a ninjutsu. But try to find a good position for charging your moves, right? There you go. There you go. That was an accident, but a successful accident, you know? Oh my god, I did not expect that. Ooh, beautiful. So here's a full UT. And why it's a full UT? Because when I started charging... Okay. When I started charging the Y button, there were two orbs. And I collected both orbs and I charged my UT to the last level. As you can see, an explosion happened there. I saw the explosion happening and I moved to the side. And again, another explosion. Oh, wait. Some healing. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so again, as you saw, I'm Healing from time to time during fights. Don't be afraid of healing. It's completely normal. Again, you'll have more than enough money to restock on healing items later in the game. Another Life of the Gods, but we need to collect 9 of those in order to gain more life, so that's fine. So again, this is not the easiest fight because there are also some environmental traps which you have to account for. But yeah, basically take your time. Don't be afraid to use potions, especially during your first playthrough. Experiment with combos. And the most important thing, like I always say, continue blocking or continue pressing the block button. Start utilizing different combo attacks. Try to use, always try to lift enemies into the air as much as possible. It's pretty safe to do so. Never rely too much on the Flying Swallow, the move where you jump towards an enemy and press Y, for a few reasons. Like I said, at the end of the move you will be defenseless. Right now it's not that dangerous because it's the start of the game, but on harder difficulties or later in the game, bosses and definitely some enemies will start punishing you for your mistakes. And at the same time it might get boring, a bit boring, if you just utilize a simple overpowered move throughout the whole game. But you do you. If you want to use it, if you want to learn how to use Flying Swallow, utilize it. Yeah, don't let me stop you. You play the game the way you want. This is the beauty of character action games or hack and slashers, is that it gives you the freedom of choice. You want to, you can be as stylish and as cool as possible on the screen, because Ninja Gaiden has very good enemies with very good AI, and you always encounter dynamic situations, you know. Things don't always go according to plan, and you have to adapt your plans on how to deal with the situation on the go. And the more you develop your muscle memory, the more you develop your knowledge of the game, the more flexible you will be, and the better you will be at responding with different and cool moves in different situations, you know. So yeah, don't be afraid to fail, don't be afraid to die, don't be afraid to get hit in this game. Again, it's pretty forgiving if you utilize, again, I can't stress this enough, utilize the healing potions. The game doesn't punish you for utilizing it. It's not Bayonetta and it's not Devil May Cry. This game doesn't punish you for utilizing healing potions, so do utilize those. And you can restock with healing potions by exploring or buying them from the shop. So don't worry about that, it's fine. Use a healing potion when you feel like it. And if you die, don't be afraid to just restart from the save point and continue playing. Yeah? Okay, so let's go. Uh-oh. Another boss, you say? Yes, another boss. But there's a big but here. This is Doku, the Black Samurai. He's like, I'm gonna F you up. And you're like, I'm actually fighting this guy? I'm actually... So, in... yeah, my bad. In theory, you can win this fight. You can win this fight against him, but the game will still show you losing this fight. So on your first playthrough, don't try to win the fight. Just lose the fight, it's fine. This is how the game is intended to be played. If you want to challenge yourself, obviously you can try beating the guy, but I wouldn't stress over it. Not on your first playthrough. And Ryu is dead, and you're like, oh, holy damn. and something revives you. Look at that. This is the power of the ninja, apparently. So this is chapter 2, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a few new things. Continue to experiment with combos. Don't be afraid to lose. The game is difficult enough on normal. It will continue to challenge you with new enemies, new varieties, new combos, new bosses. It's still a long way to go. I hope you're having fun. I hope you start to understand why people enjoy hack and slashers. And I hope you realize that hack and slashers aren't button mashers, because you won't get far by button mashing, especially in Ninja Gaiden. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try answering those in the comments or in a different video. Have fun in the game, enjoy, and good luck, guys. Bye bye. That's me.
My network of ninja have uncovered the reason for the attack. The samurai who burned the village was Doku, lord of the greater fiends of the Vigor Empire. It appears as though the Vigor Emperor seeks the power of the Dark Dragon Blade.
Doku.
The Holy Vigor Empire, a strange dictatorship veiled in secrecy. Its exclusionist foreign policy makes for very few ways to enter the country. One of the only remaining routes is by airship to the capital city of Tehran.